I have to say that I'm kind of surprised that we're not completely inundated with Lunar New Year releases, but we do have a few brands that are really like carrying on that torch. And one of them is McGrath Labs, and they have this little palette, a little quad that's available now as part of the Lunar New Year release. A massive thank you to Makeup on Your Radar for the information. Let's discuss this one. This is the Bronze Borealis Lunar New Year edition. Now, if I remember correctly, and feel free to correct me, the Bronze Borealis is an existing palette, but they've just kind of changed around the packaging. So this is very much like a collector's item. They've made this as a limited edition, New Year edition eyeshadow palette with beguiling bronze hues for versatile looks. And let's be real, the packaging is exactly what you would expect for Lunar New Year. It looks really, really pretty. The inside, I think, is quite safe, but I think it'll work for quite a few people. I feel like that's usually like what the general Pat McGrath user is. They want a one and done. They want it to look pretty. They want it to look quite chic, quite effortless. And I feel like that's kind of what this does. Now, sit down, lads. It is $62. So it is, you know, the standard Pat McGrath fee. It is quite hefty. But the swatches themselves look absolutely stunning. They obviously have 3 metallics and there's a matte here. And I think she's been quite smart in going with like a pinky toned springtime sort of a vibe here, because that's what a lot of people are going to be looking at this point. I think this is going to work for quite a few people. Like it's a safe sort of a colour combination. But in saying that, I think it's smart for her to do that and package it in this way. I mean, when you look at it on the eye, it does look absolutely stunning. Like, does it necessarily reinvent the world? No, but would a lot of people wear this every single day? Yes, and they'd be delighted with it, and I'm sure they'd get a million billion compliments about it. So actually, I don't think it's bad. Like $62, it's not for me because I have a million palettes and I couldn't justify it. But I think if you're the sort of like one and done palette sort of person, this will probably be perfection for you. I mean, this is exactly what we would expect from Pat McGrath. It's kind of classic of her. It's very elevated, very elegant, very sophisticated. Is it giving us a huge amount of colour? No, but it's giving us a lot of like metallics and kind of just real zhuzhiness. The packaging, 10 out of 10, looks really pretty. It's exactly what you'd expect for this time of year. The actual contents, it's not for me, but that's totally fine. Not everything has to be for me, or should it be for me? That would be ridiculous. Everyone would be wearing green eyeshadow. And I mean, who needs that in their lives? I think this is a really decent one and done sort of a palette. It's going to do a lot of people for their everyday. It just isn't for me. Let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in this, or are you just like, need more eyeshadows? Which, hi, welcome. I'm exactly the same.